Hey guys, it's Master, and today we are doing another Mario Kart video. Yesterday, as you guys know, we looked at the top 10 worst Mario Kart items. And today, I'm going to do the opposite of that. I want to do a remake of the other part where I looked at the top 5 best items. Only this time, I'm going to be doing the top 10, and the list is going to be a bit different from usual. Also, one thing before we get into this list, what should we call it? When I did the worst list, I know the camera was kind of blurry, it was kind of out of focus. So yeah, I know the camera was kind of out of focus, so sorry about that if that was a problem. So I'm going to try to have it a little bit more in focus. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. Obviously, looking at the view that you have right now, you won't be able to see the Joy-Con, so sorry about that, but I'm just trying to make sure you guys get the best. So I'm trying to get the best focus in. I really hope that I can get like some kind of capture card or something that I can use to record, but I don't know. But anyways, so we're going to look at the top 10 best items, and yeah. I guess without further ado, let's just get into it. So yeah, once we start, actually hold on. Once we start the race, I'll start off the list. Cause you know, why not? Oh, let me change this combo. So yeah, there's a lot of good items in Mario Kart, right? So, what are you trying to do? Trying to get one of those items. And while not all items are good, there are some that you really want to get. And those are the items we're looking at today. We're looking at the top 10 best items. So we're looking at the best of the best this time. And so yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright. So anyways, coming in at number 10 is the triple mushroom. Now the triple mushroom, as you guys know, the mushroom helps you boost through grass without slowing down. What does the triple mushroom do? Well, it's 3 times the power. Why? Well, instead of just one mushroom, there's 3 mushrooms. So you could take one really long shortcut and use 2 mushrooms there, or maybe even 3. Or you can use 3 mushrooms. You can use 1 mushroom for 3 different shortcuts. Like, that is just amazing. That can definitely help you come back if you're far behind. And yeah, hold on one second. I think the focus for this video is probably not going to be that good because I want to move it farther away so you guys can actually see the full screen here. But yeah, anyways, that is why the triple mushrooms at number 10. You can take some really good shortcuts with this thing. Definitely really good item to get. Now, with this item, I prefer to get it while I'm like in 4th, 5th. This is not the item that is the best for coming back when you're very far behind. But still a good item nonetheless, and that's why it makes its way on our list. Alright, so coming in at number 9, we have the Mega Mushroom. The Mega Mushroom is an item that was only in Mario Kart Wii, but to be honest, it really deserves to be in more games. A lot of people have been requesting it to come back. It hasn't come back yet. Actually, it came back in Mario Kart Tour, but it hasn't come back, and it didn't come back in Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But it's still a really good item. Now, this item, as you know, just by its name, it makes you bigger. Just like some of those mushrooms in the Super Mario Bros. Series. Now, with this item, not only do you become bigger, but you become faster, and you'll be able to go off the road and take shortcuts without slowing down. So, you can say this is kind of like a mushroom, except you're bigger. And when you get struck by lightning, you go back to your original size. And on top of that, you can push other players out the way. You can hurt them. You can hit them because you're stronger than them. They'll spin out. And this is a really good item. And this is an item that generally comes in when you're like in what? 5th, 6th place? Maybe 7th? That's why this item is so good. You see, that's why the Mega Mushroom comes in at number 9. Alright, so at number 8 we have the Chain Chomp. And now the Chain Chomp is an item that I really like. Now, it was an item that I had higher on my original list, but I decided that there were a couple flaws with it, and plus there are other items that I think are really, really good that I really should have mentioned. The thing with the chain jump is that whenever you use it, it goes automatically for you, but it goes wild. So this thing can stop at any time. So be ready to pick up your controller when it does, or just do it beforehand. But this thing drives for you, and it makes you go super fast. The problem is that when it lets go, you can be in a completely bad position. So if you're on a map like Rainbow Road, I guess, or whatever, if you're on one of those crazy maps, or like even Waluigi Stadium, chances are you're gonna have some problems. You might even fall off. But yeah, other than that, this item is really good. That's why I have it on the list. Alright, so number 7 is the item that is that one item that pretty much everybody loves. And that is, of course, the none other than the sound blasting super horn. And this is on the list for obvious reasons. Number 1, it can destroy the infamous blue shell, which has been indestructible for many, many years, ever since Mario Kart 64 came out. And not only that, but the blue shell can only be dodged with a mushroom. Now, I forgot to mention that about the triple mushroom, but it was only in Mario Kart Wii you could dodge the blue shell if you were going at the cannon, but that was it. And in Mario Kart, like I said, Mario Kart Wii, the blue shells were really powerful. Same in Mario Kart DS, and that's why the blue shell's been hated so much. And it can ruin your race. And I actually have the super horn right now. But speaking of the blue shell, it can actually be finally destroyed now. Mario Kart 8, they announced that there was going to be an item that can destroy the blue shell, and that item turned out to be the super horn. Not only can the super horn protect you from the blue shell, it can protect you from red shells. It can also hurt other players. It can also blast other players like this, like that. And that is something really good. Something that you really want. That's why I have this item, the super horn, in at number 7. So number 6 is an item that a lot of you guys hate, and this was just the item I was talking about that can be destroyed by the super horn. It is none other than the infamous blue shell. So you guys might remember that I had this at number 5 on my original list. Now it's a bit lower because there is an item. There are 2 items actually that rank that weren't on my original list that I think are better than the blue shell. And because of Chain Chomp is lower, the blue shell only goes down by 1 place, and the Chain Chomp was at number 4 on that list. But the blue shell is high on this list because it is an item that can balance a race. I mean, seriously, who wants to be super far ahead? Now, I get this item appears in like 9th, and you don't want to be taken out the planet in first place, but how about when you're the one who's in 2nd, and this blue shell starts coming? And plus, there are ways to dodge the blue shell, such as the super horn, the mushroom, backing out of first place in time, and also falling off the map at the right time. And if you are lucky enough and a lightning bolt comes right before the blue shell hits you, you're probably not going to be impacted by it. And here comes the blue shell right now. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let everybody pass me up. Now, if you do it too late, you're going to be the one getting hit. Okay, I still got hit by the blue shell, but I was not impacted as much as Morton was. And this blue shell has become weaker in more recent games. So Mario Kart 8, it doesn't launch you up as high. And it doesn't appear as often, which is a good thing because in Mario Kart Wii, this thing would appear like 4 times a race, just as often as the power block, which can definitely get annoying. But they balanced it out, and using the super horn helps this item not be like a last second thing that ruins your race. So that's what I really love about this blue shell. And plus, if the guy in first, if you time this right and say the first 4 guys are up ahead of you, my brother actually said he did this once, which basically he was in 6th and 5 people, the 5 people ahead of him were like super close to each other, and he got all 5 of them with the blue shell. Which I don't know how he did it. I don't even know if that's true. Probably is, but whatever. The point is, this blue shell, if you know how to use it, and you maybe smuggle it up to like 6th, 5th place, this item can definitely be useful. There are times where I've been in like 5th or 6th because the guy in first was pretty close to me, and I've wanted this blue shell. And this blue shell can really help, even a player who's getting it. Number 5, the star. Okay, so pretty much the star is an item that, the star is an invincibility item that makes you go faster, and just like with the mushroom and the triple mushroom, you can go faster you can go off the road without slowing down. So meaning, not only do you go faster on the road, but you go faster off the road. You don't lose any speed when you're off the road, which is awesome. Another thing that's awesome is that With this item, you don't, this thing can help you dodge lightning bolts. This is the first item on the list. Yeah, the first item on the list that can dodge lightning bolts and not be affected at all. Besides the Mega Mushroom, because the Mega Mushroom, you'd be big, but you return to normal size. But with this item, you're already at normal size, but you're invincible. So say you use a star and a lightning bolt comes. Well, guess what? If right after you use the star, somebody uses a lightning bolt, and it really sucks when you have the star and somebody uses the lightning bolt before you're able to use the star. But say you have a star and right after you use it, somebody has the lightning bolt. Not only are you going to be invincible for another 6-7 seconds, because I believe I watched this one video on how long the star lasts in each game. Most games about anywhere from 7 to 8 seconds. So not only are you going to be invincible for like another 5 or 6 seconds, but you're also going to be bigger and faster than everybody else, but by a good amount, because the star is faster, because you're faster when you're in star form. This item is really, really good. It's like a mushroom and a boo item combined, except the boo item is actually useful. So a good boo item and then a good mushroom. That's what you get when you get a star when you combine those two items. Alright, so cracking in at the top 4, we got the golden mushroom here. Now, the golden mushroom was originally at number 3, but I decided that there's one item that is better than it, which is why the blue shell ranked lower, which is why the of course, I ranked the super horn lower than it usually is, the chain chomp, things like that. But this golden mushroom is one item that I've always loved. This item appears generally when you're on the back of the pack. So what's better than 3 mushrooms? Getting a bunch of mushrooms for like 10 seconds. If you spam this thing, now the problem with this item is that on 200cc you can easily fall off the map. That's probably just me being picky. But with this item, I love the fact that you can easily, you can easily pass up everybody because of the fact that this item lasts for like a good 10 to 12 seconds. And in Mario Kart 8, they made it even better by telling you when this item runs out, which is a good thing because Mario Kart Wii, you never knew when it was going to run out. So if you were on the road when it ran out, when you're like off the road and it would take you forever to get back on the road, and this item ran out, it was devastating in Mario Kart Wii. But in Mario Kart 8, you don't have to deal with that anymore. And that kept happening onwards from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, the sucky thing is that this item did not come back in Mario Kart Tour, which is disappointing. I just realized that. I just figured that out because I never got into Golden Mushroom Mario Kart Tour, and that's really dumb. I really think that item should have come back. But to be honest, that's just Mario Kart Tour. But in this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, pretty much ever since Mario Kart 64, this item has been in existence. And this item is one of my favorites because, like I said, it's really good for making comebacks. It's not overpowered. And it can also help you take some massive shortcuts, which is going to be helping you in your comeback. So that is why the Golden Mushroom, sorry, I got confused there for a second. But that's why the Golden Mushroom ranks in at number 4. Number 3, I have at number 3 the Crazy 8 item / Lucky 7, because the Crazy 8 and the Lucky 7, the only difference is that the Crazy 8 has the coin and the Lucky 7 doesn't. So we're going to consider them pretty much the same. Because let's be honest, the coin item is trash. Spoiler alert. This is going to be a spoiler alert for my worst list. The coin was at number 1. So, yeah. So, of course, I'm just going to consider them the same, because why the heck not? But, anyways, I love this item a lot. Now, this item, the only thing about this item, I hate how it's very rare. I don't like how it's rare. That's probably just me being picky once again, because of the fact that this item is really, really good. Like, it's almost OP. This item contains 8 items. The Crazy 8, Lucky 7, 7 or 8 items. Let's just forget about the coin, but it contains 7 other items, which are the Star, Red Shell, Green Shell, Bomb, Blooper, Mushroom, and what was the last item? Can't remember. Okay, so Banana. So it contains those 7 items: the Star, the Blue, the Red Shell, the Star, the Red Shell, the Green Shell, the Blooper, the Bomb, and the coin, the Banana. and the mushroom. So, yeah. This item is really good. Now, obviously, some of the items like red shells and green shells aren't items, because you can get this. You usually get this item when you're like in 8th place. Now, obviously, in Mario Kart 8, they made it so that like, however far you, if you're very far behind the guy in first, even if you're in second, you're gonna get good items. But generally, that's not the case online. So basically, this item's usually gonna appear when you're like in 9th, 10th, or even 11th. This item has a star in 7. And this item has a star and a bunch of other good items. And out of all the items in this thing, 6 out of the 8 of them are good, with the trash ones being, spoiler alert, for the blooper, it was on my worst list at number 3. But anyways, the blooper and the coin are the only bad items in this thing. So that's what makes it really good. So yeah, that's why I love the golden mushroom. The Crazy 8. It's a really good item, and when you get it, it is really satisfying. Alright, so coming in at number 2 is the lightning bolt. And the lightning bolt is an item for where if you really are having a bad day and you want to ruin everybody else's day so they can go down there with you, use this item. If you're usually gonna get this item in last place, 12th place, 11th place. You're generally not gonna get it anywhere above that. Even if the guy in first is super far ahead, you won't be able to get this item in second. I've never done it before, but my point here is the fact that this item is just really good. It's almost OP, just like the Crazy 8. And what it does is that it shrinks every other player and it slows them down. The farther ahead you are when you are zapped, the longer it's going to take to go back to normal size. And this item can be dodged with a boo-boo, can be dodged with a star. However, this item is still really good. Now, obviously, it doesn't make you go faster, but it will slow down the other players. They lose all their items. So say somebody's about to use a bullet bill and really get ahead, that zap's going to ruin it. It's going to ruin it for them. And this thing is going to help because, what should we call it? If you were to get this with another really good item that's already on this list, then you're golden. Then you're just gonna be good. And that's what I really love about this item. This item, when combined by itself, it's not the greatest item, but it's still really, really good. It's at number 2. But when you combine this with another item, that's when you can turn up that heat. But the reason why it's only at number 2 is because there's one item. There's just one more item that ranks above this one. But before we get to the that last item, sorry, I almost said what it was. But before we get to the whatever that last item is, I'm pretty sure you guys know what it is because I pretty much said the first letter of it. Or did I? Have I changed my mind? I don't know. But the honorable mentions are, and these aren't at number 11 or number 12, but some items that came pretty close to cracking this list are the triple red shell and the fire flower. And so yeah, the number 1 item on this list is none other than the rocket speeding Bowser Minion Bullet Bill. That's right. This item is still one of my favorite. This is still my favorite item on my top 5 best items list. This ranked at number 1 as well, and it ranks number 1 here because of how good it is. This item is just amazing. When you're down in the dumps, very far behind, and you pull this item, this is what's going to help you catch up. And I love it. It is one of the most, it is the strongest item in all of Mario Kart, and that is my personal opinion. This is a very strong item, and the only item that can almost match its strength is the star. But even then, the star is slower. The bullet bill is way faster than the star. And the bullet bill drives for you. So yeah, and it doesn't, and unlike the chain chomp, it won't leave you in a bad position, which is what makes this item amazing. Seriously, and in Mario Kart Wii, you can get this item even if the pack is closer. You can go from 11th to 4th in Mario Kart Wii with this item. Now, if you smuggle this item up to first, granted, and you use it at first, then this thing's gonna last for like 1 or 2 seconds, but still, it's a great item. When I say a great item, I mean it's amazing. It is the absolute best item in the game. Not only does this item speed you up, but it makes you invincible. And it also makes you go a lot faster. You can dodge a lightning bolt. You can dodge anything with this item. One of the most ridiculous things that my brother said, and guys, I know I lost this time trial, but don't make fun of me. But back to what I was saying. One of the most ridiculous things that my brother has said is that this item, the Bullet Bill, can be destroyed by the Super. And I'm looking at this man like, no one cannot. The Bullet Bill is straight up invincible. This is my favorite item and it always has been, and I feel like it always will be. No other item matches up to this one. If this thing was in the Crazy 8, oh my god, I cannot imagine how OP that item would be. The Bullet Bill is one heck of an item, and it's like the Star, but like I said, a lot faster. It's even stronger, and it drives for you. This is the thing that if somebody gets struck by, if somebody uses the lightning bolt, pretty much you have the Bullet Bill when they use it, you're pretty much going to catch up. Even in Mario Kart 8, you're probably going to move like 4 or 5 spots. So you can go from 11th to maybe 6th or 5th. This item is great. It's as good as it looks. It's as good as everybody says. It is amazing. And I'm really surprised that some people don't have this on their top 10 list. Like, for example, Nico BBQ didn't even have this item on his list. In fact, he had the lightning bolt number 2. He had the star on the list, but not the Bullet Bill. I'm like, if you're going to have the star on the list, the Bullet Bill has to be above it. That's why the Bullet Bill is the absolute, in my opinion, the absolute best item in all of Mario Kart. Now, it can be rare, but that is the point, because the Bullet Bill, in my opinion, is the best item. It is one of the most powerful, fastest, and one of the most invincible items in the game. That's what I love about this thing. And yeah, I'm done with the video. If you enjoyed, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever, or even dislike. Either way, I'm fine. And yeah, I will see you guys later on. Peace out. And thank you guys for supporting my channel.